Hey guys, it's CyberKnight610 bringing you a new deck profile. I thought I would go ahead and do an update on my Naturia deck. It's pretty cool. I still don't have, some of the higher dollar staples like Duality and Warning, of course, but I don't think they're too badly needed. I think people are they think too much of those cards anyway, and I think a deck can still work without them. So yeah, first though, I have some shoutouts. Let's see, WildHarpie, he's a good friend of mine. Of course, these channels, links to them will be in the description, of course, which will be down there. WildHarpie is a good friend of mine. Go subscribe to him. I believe he's a YouTube partner as well, and he has some great Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Pack openings, I think, is what he's had a lot of lately, and other cool things. So please go check out his channel and subscribe, of course. And another one is, see, I'm reading it off my computer. Let's see, how do you pronounce that? Mommy of 2 J's, I believe is the other one. Another cool guy. He gave me a shout out, so I'm giving him one back. So yeah, go check out those two channels. Like I said, it'll be in the description, of course. Anyway, now with Natria's. Let's see, get the cards. 3 Bamboo Shoot. Pretty cool card. I got the ultimate, all of them. Probably the key card of the whole deck, and really makes this deck work. So yeah. 2 Cliff. I'm only testing 2 for now. I don't really have a third at the moment. I probably will see about getting a third. It's not as good as a lot of people said it was. I think like some of the rulings kind of knocked it down a little bit. But I don't know if I should run this at 3 or 2 anyway. I'm testing it, like I said, at 2, and I'm going to see how it goes. I probably will need a third one, but might as well go ahead and test and see. Let's see. 3 Naturia cherries. Gotta have 3 of these, if you're gonna run it at all. Can't just have 1 or 2. Pretty good card, comes in handy, especially with the type of strategy I have with this deck. I'll try to explain things as I go, too. And I'll explain one of the strategies, which I think is a little different from most Naturia decks. I'll explain that at the end. Naturia Pineapple, I'm using 2 of them. A lot of people said once Cliff came out you wouldn't need this guy. I still like it. Comes in handy. Awesome artwork, of course. I've always liked the artwork on this dude. And yeah, I still think it's a useful card. Titanal Princess of Camulas, or however you want to pronounce that. Awesome card, just a strong plant monster that has a good ability. Cactus Bouncer. It helps against certain special summonings and different things like that. Pretty good card. I'm thinking about running a second one. I'm not sure, though. But yeah, really good card. Sniffus. Another good one. Just pretty good card. It works good with Pineapple and things like that. So yeah, cool card. Being a level 1 tuner, it also helps. 2 Lone Fire, of course, you gotta have these in any kind of plant deck. Just awesome card. There's not really much you can say about it, it's just a good card. Like I said, you'll need it. If you're gonna have any kind of plant deck, you'll need 2 of this. 2 Dandelion. Another one, it's sort of like Lone Fire, you gotta have a few of these. Very awesome. Its ability is really cool as well, where you can summon token monsters, level 1 token monsters, so yeah. Spore. Just a good little plant monster, little tuner. Glow Up Bulb, another good level 1 tuner. Some of you guys might already know what the strategy is by seeing all the level 1s. 3 Raikou. Awesome card, helps me get to some of the cards I need, and also it can destroy one. Very handy. And Super Nimble Mega Hamster helps me get to the Raikous, different things like that. It just works good with them. Let's see. Now we're to spell cards. 2 Pot of Avarice. Of course, recycle things. Comes in handy. 2 Hand Destruction. Good draw engine. Helps you get some things to the graveyard that you need to get to the graveyard. Dark Hole, I mean, you know what that's going to be used for. Same with Monster Reborn, just your average staples. Charge Light Brigade. Awesome card, helps with the Raikos, helps mill some of the cards to the graveyard, which really helps out too. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, comes in handy against troublesome spells and traps, of course. Giant Trunade, it's kind of self-explanatory. 2 Book of Moon, just awesome card. I always run at least 2 of these. It seems like in every deck I use. Just a good card. What more can you say on that? And Foolish Burial helps get certain cards to the graveyard. And traps. 2 Bottomless. Awesome card. Torrential. Pretty good for now. 2 7 Tools of Bandit. I'm using these instead of Solemn Warnings, of course. I don't have any Solemn Warnings anyway. It's kind of the poor man's version, I guess you could say. It works pretty well. It's not bad. It comes in handy. I've seen a lot of people actually run this a lot more lately, too, this format, so it actually does help. It's kind of a funny card. Mirror Force, of course. That rhymed. And Solemn Judgment. So yeah, no dualities. A lot of people... I had someone last time I had a Naturia deck update. I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. They were saying you have to have dualities. And not to rant, really, but you don't have to have dualities for any deck, really. It's a good card, it really comes in handy, and, and all that. I'm not saying it's a bad card or nothing like that, but when a card is like $100 or whatever a piece, to me it's not worth it. I mean, even if I were to get one out of a pack, I'd sell it, because eventually it will get reprinted, and I'm not going to spend $100 for one card. So, and I suggest that other people don't do that as well. Just don't spend that much for one card. That's kind of ridiculous. In my opinion, I guess if you entered tournaments all the time, I mean, you might need it more, but, I don't really enter any tournaments or anything, so it's not a big deal for me at all. That's another reason why I don't care too much on getting the warnings either, because I don't go to all the little tournaments and stuff, but, just a little high. But warning's not too high, at least. It's kind of in the middle. I think it's like $30-40, something like that. Anyway, back to the deck. Extra deck now. 2 Naturia Beast. Works really well, of course. Naturia Balcron. I'm going to need another one of these. I already know that. I just can't find one yet. Catastor. Magical Android. Just gotta have those. Yugioh and Bronic. 2 Black Rose. Red Dragon Archfiend, always have one of these. 2 Stardust Dragon. They're both Ghost. 2 Formula Synchron. Of course, this is kind of strategy I was talking about there. And Quick Draw, Dandy Warrior, and Natrias, they do run a lot of different ways in the deck where you can summon these guys. Like the tokens from Dandelion, different things like that, they're level 1, and you have a lot of level 1 tuners like Spore and Glow Up Bold and different things like that, where you can bring these guys out fairly easy. Awesome cards, it's really good. Even if you don't want to make Shooting Star Dragon, these things can still come in handy, so it's a really good synchro tuner, I guess. And of course I'm running 1 Shooting Star Dragon, just in case. I'm counting this, I guess, as my Shooting Star Dragon deck, sort of like how my Dragoonity was my Red Nova. They actually come in handy. It's kind of neat how Natrias and Dragoonity, they're both sort of meta decks. I don't know if you really consider Dragoonity one yet, although it will be soon. And they can run the top 2, characters' cards, which is kind of neat. So I think that's kind of funny how I can actually summon Red Nova and Shooting Star using these 2 decks. I might have some duel videos showing that. I don't know. Last time I made duel videos, I didn't seem like it got many views, so please leave in the comments if you want to see some duel videos or not. I can see if I can. I don't know. Those are a little harder for me to make. But yeah. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the deck profile. If you have any questions about anything, please comment. If you have any cool changes that it needs, please comment. Like I said, though, don't comment telling me that I need warnings, solemn warnings, or dualities, because I'm not getting them. Unless I can just get them easily. Because like I said, duality, unless it gets a reprint, there's no way I'm going to get one of those anytime soon. I know a lot of people feel that way too. That is, like, ridiculous on how high that card is. But yeah, that's it. Also, every time I show this mat, everyone always asks me if it's for trade or sell. It is not. I love this mat. Bleach is my favorite anime. I love watching that show, and I would not trade this mat or sell it for anything because I really like it. Right? And yeah, that's everything. Bye, YouTube.